We'll hit the next subject here that I want to talk about. Is Russell Wilson's job in jeopardy with the Pittsburgh Steelers? As we know, the Pittsburgh Steelers named Russell Wilson the starter, and then he got injured before the game. Pretty much, there were reports maybe 2 or 3 days before the game that he may not play. And obviously, they have Justin Fields. They signed to both of them. They traded for Justin Fields, signed Russell Wilson in the offseason. And it was the reports were if Russ doesn't play, obviously Fields is going to be the starter because those guys were in a quarterback battle in training camp. Russ eventually won it. So the question is, Justin Fields started this game against the Falcons, won this game against the Falcons. Is Russell Wilson's job in jeopardy? Do you start Justin Fields and not look back if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? And I'll tell you, no. Come on. Justin Fields didn't even look all that good. He didn't look horrendous, but he didn't look all that good. Justin Fields is a running back. I know there's people out there that are going to hate that, but he just is. He's not built to be a quarterback. He needs a lot of development as a quarterback. He didn't throw a touchdown. They ended up winning that game on 6 field goals. Yep, Boswell nailed them all. Threw for 156 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Had 57 rush yards. He's a good runner, man. He is, and he's got that for him. But when it comes to being a complete quarterback and a passer, no. His job, Russell Wilson's job, is not in jeopardy. It shouldn't be in jeopardy. Listen, I know people are like, well, Justin Fields might be the future. And if Justin Fields is, if they're banking on Justin Fields to be the future and you want to develop him, okay. But I think the Steelers have a good team. We've seen that. They make the playoffs. They often lose in the first round. They don't end up having losing records because it's Mike Tomlin's Steelers with a really, 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 really good defense and TJ Watt leading the pack there. This is a good team, and I think a team that could make somewhat of a little bit of noise if they have a good quarterback. And now they got 2 guys, and Justin Fields started week 1 and ended up beating the Atlanta Falcons, who looked terrible, by the way. And people are questioning if Russell Wilson's job's in jeopardy. It shouldn't be. Russell Wilson is still a better quarterback in this situation. I don't care about his Denver days. That was a disgusting situation in itself. Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion. I've seen that guy absolutely shred it up. He just tears it up. Okay, that guy has had his moments. Is he as good as he used to be? No. But I still have confidence in Russell Wilson. I think he is currently the better quarterback than Justin Fields. He should not be the backup to Justin Fields as long as he is healthy. Now, if Russell Wilson is injured week 2 and they throw Justin Fields out there and that guy goes off for 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, leads the Steelers to a phenomenal victory, maybe it'd change my mind a little. It'd be just one game, but it'd give me a little Justin Fields hope that maybe he's learning something. He won this game without throwing a single touchdown, and they played against the Falcons, who were terrible. They didn't win this game because of Justin Fields. They won this game because of the defense. The offense wasn't even moving the ball all that well. So I am not going to sit here and say that Russell Wilson's job's in jeopardy because it's not. And it should not be because he is still the better quarterback. And I would still 1,000,000,000 times out of 1,000,000,000 rather have Russell Wilson be the guy taking the snaps for my team over Justin Fields. I think that's valid. A lot of people are not super duper high on Russell Wilson anymore because of the Denver days, because of what we saw with the Denver Broncos. And I'm sorry, but I'm that's just not me. I don't think that situation was good. And the Sean Payton offense didn't work out for him. They didn't really have much to help him out. And I still think I'm not saying Russell Wilson's throwing it back to his Seattle days and he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL and he's winning Super Bowls. All I'm saying is that I still think he can be a good quarterback in this league. I think the Steelers with George Pickens. George Pickens has been working with Kenny Pickett his whole career. I mean, come on. Kenny Pickett he's probably worse than Deshaun Watson. That's close. Ugh, Kenny Pickett's bad. George Pickens is good. I think with an offense with a guy like George Pickens, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, it's a fine RB1 and 2 duo. And And Pratt Firemouth, I think, is generally a solid tight end. Um, and obviously with an insanely good defense. With an insanely good defense. Minka Fitzpatrick is just like he's everywhere, dude. That guy is everywhere as a safety. TJ Watt always making noise, knocked the ball out like twice and it didn't even count. I mean, like, he's just always everywhere too. Those 2 guys just absolutely destroy on defense. I think the Steelers are a good enough team to say, "Hey, we should stick with we're not gonna develop a guy. We should stick with a guy who, might be able to get the job done," and you give it to Russell Wilson. So as long as Russell Wilson is healthy going into week 2, he should be starting this game. And they're going against the Broncos. Russell Wilson's old team. I didn't know that. Going against the Denver Broncos, who didn't look good either. Bo Nix almost made my bad list. He was not good. Will Levis and the Titans should have made my bad list. I skimmed over them. He should have made my bad list. That was ugly. Um, so overall, Russell Wilson, his job should be safe, in my opinion.